Welcome to thesis writing. Thesis writing. So we are going to look at thesis writing, and this will be done by Professor Philemon Landi Tubey. I'll take you through thesis writing, and not just mere thesis writing, but publishable thesis, because you'll realize that we have so many theses that have been written by researchers, students, and what have you, but they have never seen the light of the day. They are not published, and therefore there is very important information that is lying idle, which could be made use of by people, organizations, governments, and international bodies. But because they are not publishable, meaning they don't meet the minimum threshold for publication, they have been rejected by publishers, or even the authors themselves fear to present these theses to publishers, because you'd find most of them are plagiarized, and therefore they lack authenticity of the writer. So I'll be taking you through publishable thesis, meaning a thesis that can be published, and therefore it becomes an international public good that can be consumed by people all over the world. Now, before I go in, I'll want to give you just a small introduction about myself as your lecturer. I'm a researcher, and I have published. Well, I've not done so much, but I'll want you can go to Google, you can go to academia.education, you can go to amazon.com, and you'll get my work. So my first research paper, the title is Challenges of Local Women Development NGOs in Contributing to Economic Transformation of Somaliland. This was published in 2018. So I'm the publisher, and it was edited by Tracy Wekaya Tubey. So we are like co-authors of this. Research paper 2 is Small and Medium Enterprises Challenges in Accessing Business Loans from Islamic Banks, a comparative case study of SMS in State House slums, Hargeisa, Somaliland. And this was published in 2019 by me, and it was edited by Tracy Wekaya Tubey. Research paper number 3 is about challenges in provision of quality education. Challenges in provision of quality education. A case study of Nairobi Kibera slum children during free primary education program in Kenya, and this was done in 2006. Then there is a book that I have published, and it's found on amazon.com. It is titled Challenges of NGOs in Contributing to Economic Development of Third World Countries. This was published in 2018, and it is published by me, edited by Tracy Wekaya, Yeah. Then research paper number 5, which is not yet published, but I'm working on it now. It is titled Difficulties of Somali People in Learning English as a Foreign Language. That is Hargeisa, Somaliland. And this is going on in this year of 2020. This one is being worked on by me, and it's being edited by Olivia Bulimo Tubey. So this is briefly about what I have done so far. So when I'm taking you through this exercise, I'm taking you through it as a scholar, as a researcher, as a publisher, as a lecturer, and as a professor, because I have to profess what I have done. Yes. So today we are going to look at the first lesson, and that is cover page and preliminary pages. Cover page and preliminary pages. One would be wondering why I'm starting with this. I'm aware that these preliminary pages are written last. But you see, from the arrangement of the booklet, they come first. So there's no offense here, no academic offense here. What I'm doing is that when I take you through these preliminary pages, you will find that when we move to the main body of the thesis, already you have something in your head as to where we are going. So it will add value. It will improve your affinity to what I'm teaching. So, welcome. So, we are going to look at the cover page. Cover page has what we call the title. Cover page has what we call the title. So, what are we supposed to see in this title that will make it a publishable thesis? The title should be an accurate, descriptive, and comprehensive statement that clearly indicates the subject of the investigation. A good title is not supposed to be longer than 15 words and precludes the work from being incorrectly catalogued in the library. So the title that appears on the document must be officially approved by the dean of that faculty and cannot be changed without explicit approval of the dean. So the title should indicate the contents and the scope of the research or project report in a few words as possible. Avoid catchy titles. Remember, you are doing a serious academic research. So coloring words and what have you doesn't make sense here. Also, seek brevity by avoiding words that serve no useful purpose, including such phrases as a study of or an experimental investigation into. Avoid such, but only include the name of the country or countries in the title if the research was carried out in one country or across several countries. Let us move to pagination, how we paginate. Because you'll find when we are paginating, we use Roman numbers, Arabic numerals, and letters, but not letters, only the first two. So, begin numbering sometimes on the title page with the Roman numeral 1. Although it is best for appearance purposes, if the actual number does not appear, it has to appear on the second page. So the second page number should be the one that must have Roman number 1. This number should be shown at the bottom center of the page. Lowercase Roman numerals should be used consistently and consecutively for all the preface pages, the pages that precede the main body of the text, that is the preliminary pages. Arabic numeral page numbering. Arabic numerals 1, 2, 3, etc. are used from the first page of the main body of the text at the start of the first chapter. Again, each number should be shown at the bottom center of the page. It is easiest to use the footer function of your word processing software for placing page numbers. Yes. Let us move to student name on the cover page. Use the full name by which you are registered as a student in the university or college. Your name should be centered and spaced a few lines under the title. The name should be typed with the first letter of each name capitalized and the rest in lowercase. Mr., Mrs., titles, doctor, previous degrees, and professional affiliations should not be listed on the cover page. Now, on this cover page, there is what we call research or a thesis statement. So look at the following as an example of the statement that is included with all research documents. You can say a research proposal or dissertation, etc., submitted to the Faculty of Engineering, University of Nairobi, in partial fulfillment of the requirements for the degree or master's or PhD, etc. Now, the year of completion of research document must also appear on the first page. Like, for example, we would be saying this lowest line of the title page should include the place and date of completion of the research document. Like you can write Nairobi, Kenya, 2008. You can write that way. So we are now through with the first page. We are now cover page, that is. We are now moving to Roman 1, that is abstract. Abstract. So what are we saying an abstract is all about? The abstract is a brief summary of the thesis. It should not be more than 350 words for a thesis. These word counts may not be exceeded. An abstract should be written in paragraph form, not telegraphic style or note form, and mainly in the past tense, and should start with a topic sentence that conveys the main theme of the research. Now, when I talk about topic sentence, this is not new to you. A topic sentence must have the topic and the main idea or the opinion of the writer about the topic. So, The abstract then describes and summarizes the purpose of the research effort. The research methods employed, the results, and brief conclusions or recommendations. In other words, it outlines A, the problem, B, what was done, C, what was found, and D, the relevance of the findings. The abstract is extremely important because it may be made available for public access electronically under the topic heading. The strict word limitation ensures that the problem, the methods, and the findings are presented concisely. Any contribution or contradiction to current research in a particular area should be immediately evident. So it is very often a well-constructed abstract that prompts future researchers to read further. So even before somebody reads your thesis, once he reads the abstract, then he has the snapshot of the whole or what the research is all about and the content. Now, after Roman 1, which is abstract, we move to Roman 2, which is declaration. So, each and every university obligates you to write a formal declaration that states that your research is your own unaided work. If you have received assistance, you should specify the nature of the assistance and from whom the assistance was received. So this statement should read, the declaration should read, now this is the declaration of the author or authorship, the writer, the researcher. You can say, for example, I declare that I am the author of this paper and that any assistance I received in its preparation is fully acknowledged and disclosed in the paper. I have also cited any resources from which I used data, ideas, or words, either quoted directly or paraphrased. I also certify that this paper was prepared by me specifically for the partial fulfillment for the degree of engineering at University of Nairobi. Then there must be a student's signature and date. Then the name. Then still under declaration, there is the declaration that will come from your supervisor or your dean. Now, this signed declaration should appear on a separate page in the middle of the page. It is normal for a candidate to obtain help from several sources, such as a statistician, an editor, proofreader, or typist. So, assistance of this nature is not mentioned in the declaration, but it is often noted in the acknowledgement. So, on this declaration page, there is also the part for your supervisor to declare that he or she has assessed your work and he or she recommends it to be entered or to be accepted by the university as your own work. Then we move to preliminary page, which is paginated, Roman 3, dedication. This is a brief statement which pays tribute to someone who is or has been of special significance in your life. For example, maybe your family member, and what have you. But don't bring here your girlfriend or your boyfriend. No. This is an official document. You have to remain official. Then we move to Roman 4, which is acknowledgement. Acknowledgement. It is polite to acknowledge support that has been received during the writing up of the report or project. However, it is not expected, though, that you acknowledge your editor or people who have assisted in a minor way, or people who have given general advice. No. It is customary to mention your faculty supervisor, any financial assistance that has been given, any special facilities that have been provided by an organization, university, or research institutions that would have helped you to successfully carry out your research, your study, and complete and subsequently submit for marking. Roman 5. And each should appear on its page. Don't mix up. Table of contents. The table of contents should start on a separate page and should follow the heading order as it appears in the actual document. The table of contents should contain all numbered headings and subheadings in the research document. All page numbers should be recorded in a column on the far right of the page. The words page should appear above the column of page numbers, and the numbers themselves should be lined up spatially. Then, after table of contents, you move to Roman number 6, list of tables. Now, on this page, a list of tables appears on the page after the contents, in which all the tables that are used in the